doesn't fracture. Hey, doesn't matter.
It don't matter what they say, we gon' talk anyway. Bell rings, mic check, let the real ones play. From the legends to the new blood climbing the ladder. Welcome to the show, it doesn't matter. Notorious Dome set the tone, main event status. BDC bring a fire, every take savage. Strap facts with the knowledge, history splatter. Poppy planting no wild card, say it loud, it doesn't matter. No filter, no bias. This is the It Doesn't Matter podcast.
16 teams remain. Every tag team left has earned their spot. No easy matchups, no free passes, no room for mistakes. This is the sweet, sweet, sweet 16 of the tag team madness. I'm your host. I'm Notorious One. I am Dom. I'm here with BDC. I'm here with Poppy Platinum. I'm here with Strap Facts. And guys, we got dynasty matchups. We got dream matchups. And we got careers that can define who is going to run this tournament, who's going to punch their ticket to the Elite Eights. Let's do it. Fellas, y'all ready?
Let's go, baby.
All right. This is where everything becomes legendary right here. If we have a tie, I got Booby's pick right here. BDC, let the people know what the regions are.
We have Dudleyville. We have the Steiner line. We have the Legion of Doom. We have the Hardy compound.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Well, BDC, we're going to kick it off with you. So here we go. So this match right here, we have Street Fight Chaos taking on Old School Precision. Can experience survive a war. We have the Dudley boys, Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley, taking on them damn Andersons, Ole and Arn Anderson. Four Horsemen, the Anderson brothers, cousins, it doesn't matter. Who do you got?
Oddly enough, I still got the Dudleys because y'all forget, they had the Four Horsemen. The Dudleys did not roll by themselves. ECW, they had Spike, they had Big Dick. They ended up having like 5 or 6 people in their group. Yep, hey, that's his name. His name is Big Dick Dudley. Is what it fucking is. That was his name. So
He ain't lying, folks.
I mean, they had, who else did they have? I think they had somebody by the name of 911 around there for a while too. So yeah, they have people to counter the Four Horsemen.
And they had the quintessential stud muffin as well.
Joel Gertner. Yeah, I'm going Dudleys.
Oh, man.
All right. Platinum, who you got?
I got the Dudleys as well, man. I know the whole conversation with the Four Horsemen where they would come in and interfere with everybody. But you also forgot one other person that the Dudleys have in their back pocket. You have the man beast, Rhino, who's actually helped them out in a lot of WWE matches, especially in the TLC match. Oh, actually, that was not Rhino. That was Spike. Rhino helped out Edge and Christian. Sorry. I take that back. But he's still part of ECW, so I figured, they're all family. They're not going to want to see one of their family members go down against the Four Horsemen or the Andersons. So I got the Dudleys on this one. Like I said, the Dudleys have won championships every single company they've been in. They leave a mark everywhere they go. And especially if you get a Bully Ray in there. Yeah, brother. Going down.
All right. We got 2 for the Dudley. Strap, who do you got?
So we're talking about the Andersons, right? Ole and Arn, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's tough to go against the grain. I'm going to go with the Dudleys as well. I think, I was going to say, the Andersons are not, physically imposing. I think the Dudleys are more physically imposing. Not to say Ole Anderson is not physically imposing, nor Arn, but I just think the Dudley boys, maybe call it a recency bias, what have you, but I'm picking the Dudleys.
All right. Well, it is unanimous. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not kill, and thou shalt not fuck with the Dudleys.
With the Dudleys.
The Dudleys moving on to the Elite Eight.
Yep.
I like
Here
that.
we go.
I like that.
See, I didn't fumble that one. maybe next. Maybe next
Good
week.
job. Good job. Good job.
It's okay.
All right, BDC. Our next match, we have Flash and Speed taking on Power and Intimidation. Can the modern era survive old school brutality? We have the Young Bucks and Matt and Nick Jackson taking on Harlem Heat, Booker T and Stevie Ray. Who do you got?
As much as I'm gonna hate to say this, I'm gonna go Bucks. I'm just gonna go Bucks.
All right, BDC got the Bucks. Platino, who you got?
I want to say the Bucks, but the problem is with the Bucks, they're the most selfless team I've seen in modern history right now. When AEW first started, the first team they put over was a no-name team named Private Party. I had no clue who they were. I didn't understand why they put them over, but I understand now that they were quote-unquote EVPs, and they weren't trying to show that, hey, just because we have all this power, we're just going to put ourselves over and not get anybody else over. So in a bold move, I'm gonna go with the Harlem Heat because I think the Young Bucks, they're gonna see maybe like a young Harlem Heat coming up, being that they're EVPs and like, you know what, we're a name brand, but let's make these guys a name brand, even though they came before them. But I'm just thinking about the unselfishness that of the Bucks would be. They're a great tag team; they can adapt to any and every tag team scenario. But I think the Harlem Heat's gonna take over on this one, even with their bonehead moves sometimes in key situations.
All right, we are split. Strap, who you got?
I'm picking the Young Bucks, just like Platino said. There is some buffoon moves that the Harlem Heat have been known to make in their matches many a time, not just a few times. I mean, a lot of tag teams just have, accidental friendly fire in their matches, but I think the Young Bucks are more cohesive as a brother unit, and that's why I picked them to go on.
All right, and for me, I'm going Harlem Heat. I feel like if this match really did happen, Harlem Heat would get into that ass. Pause. We know how Booker T broke out and became the guy for Harlem Heat, and the Young Bucks. They are a good tag team, but Harlem Heat could definitely stop them in their tracks. So we have a tie. So I'm going to the list. Booby chose Harlem Heat. Harlem Heat is moving on to the next round. Harlem Heat is moving on to Dudleyville.
Couldn't go wrong either way. That was tough for me to decide on that one too.
Yeah, you really couldn't. I just basically I saw it for what it was. Again, like was already called out. There's been some boneheaded moves in the past, and Booker T's a Hall of Famer. Stevie Ray is a Hall of Famer because of Booker T. But on his own, he would not be a Hall of Famer. And yeah, sorry, but it is what it is.
Hey, your opinion.
But
Not gospel.
yeah, true. I hear the angels in the harps though. But but yeah, there was no real wrong answer here. There was just no real wrong answer here. At this point, there's not going to be a whole lot of wrong answers that's here.
No.
Yeah.
And I really was leaning towards the Bucks just because of the unselfishness and knowing how Booker T is nowadays. I mean, people say, yeah, he toast the company line. I get it, but there's time he surprises me and he actually like goes against the grain and will praise the other company on certain things. So I'll give the man his props, but also I just feel like the Harlem Heat would have just taken the Young Bucks to the woodshed, like you said, Dom.
All right, well, it's time for the Steiner line. Ain't that right, BDC?
Yes, sir.
That's one of the toughest regions that we got. Platino, what was Cobra Kai's motto? Strike hard, strike fast, something like that?
I believe so. Strike first?
Strike first, strike hard. How's it go? Strap, you know, right? You watch Cobra Kai. No? No Karate Kid? All right, well, it doesn't matter.
Wow.
Because our next match This isn't wrestling anymore. It's all about survival. We have 4 tough men right here, and they'll beat the shit out of you. So whoever hits first, who's surviving last? We have the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott Steiner, taking on Stan Hansen and Bruiser Brody. BDC, who do you got?
We have 4 absolute tough guys. 4 of them. We have 2 that can high fly on top of that. That's the only reason I'm going Steiners. Only reason. Because they have one avenue where Hansen and Bruiser Brody don't. They are not high flyers. They are ground and pound. If Steiners take to the air, that means they're going up on the top rope. That means that they're doing all sorts of crazy shit on them from the top rope. That means they're putting them on the top rope and doing crazy shit to them from the top rope. You know, I'm going Steiners.
All right. One for the Steiners. Platino, who you got?
I'm gonna have to agree with you on this because initially you're thinking Brody and Hansen, them guys are double tough, triple whiskey drinking. They double barrel chested. Them guys is all man, and you also got the Steiners that are all man as well. But the speed aspect of it as well, it can change. Even they're all wrestlers if you think about it. They're all amateur wrestlers, but the speed aspect of it, it makes a huge difference, especially in wrestling. Once you get somebody on the ground, you got to be able to maneuver quickly and hold them down, or to try to get that pin or just that submission. The Steiners are probably one of the fastest, strongest teams of that era, and they can do anything from power, speed, technical, if they wanted to. But it's tough, man, because I think there's going to be some shiners in there. There's going to be some shiners. But at the end of the day,
folks going to be hurt. Trust to believe it's going to be people going to be fucked up after that match.
Oh, yeah.
Believe that.
Yeah. So I'm going with the Steiners though. I think just because the speed aspect, it helps them out a little bit quicker on certain aspects, and they'll be able to get out of certain moves that Hansen and Brody just don't see coming.
All right, Strap, who you got?
I'm going with the Steiner brothers because I think, you can come up with any logic you want, but I think I can book my way out of Hansen and Brody winning. Brody's, a reckless, wild man, so he could just go crazy and leave the ring and chase someone else off, and then Stan Hansen be by himself and get double teamed by the Steiners, and that's how I think the Steiners would win. So that's who I pick, the Steiner brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. It's unanimous. It's the Steiner brothers. The Steiners are too damn good. They'll take you down. They'll choke you out. It'll be a lot of stiff shots between both ends. Pause. But it'd definitely be a fight. It'd be a barn burner, and I would definitely like to see that match if it ever did take place. But I have to go with the Steiners. It's unanimous.
All right.
All right. Well, after this, we have the team inspired by old school wrestling taking on the masters of it. We have FTR, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler taking on the Hart Foundation of Bret the Hitman Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart. BDC, who do you got?
Yeah. No wrong answer here either. I want to go with FTR, but like you said, it's people who, 2 guys who honor old school wrestling versus 2 guys who are undisputedly the masters of old school tag team wrestling. Hart Foundation would find a way. They just would. I mean, look, for people who don't know, someone within FTR found themselves in a sharpshooter rather recently, and was forced to say, "I quit." Spoiler alert.
Well, yeah,
and what I look at,
shit, whatever, in his face too.
and what I'm going to say is this: that was a damn good version of the sharpshooter I saw, but still not the best version of the sharpshooter I ever saw. That still belongs to the Hitman.
Well, that wasn't a sharpshooter. That was a Scorpion Deathlock.
That-
Hey, that's what Shivani said. Scorpion Deathlock.
They probably don't own the
yeah,
trademark.
they don't own the they don't own sharpshooter. Yeah, so Sting's been there, so Scorpion Deathlock it is. But yeah, I'm going Hart Foundation. As much as I love the FTR, as much as I love how they came back from the revival in WWF to the WWE to bring FTR to the surface in AEW and really drive home what they could have been in WWE, I'm still going with the originators. I'm still going with the Hart Foundation.
All right. Platino, who you got?
This is a first because I barely ever go against my guy, but I am going with FTR. FTR has shown me what tag team wrestling should have been and has been for many years. They can literally, like I said, just like the Bucks, they can match any single style that goes in the ring. Power, speed, technical. FTR has it. They can get in there with the best of them, with the Lucha Brothers when they were there. The Young Bucks, they've had their battles with them. Just recently, they just went against Cope and Cage, and my God, man, them guys. From what I heard, it was a fight. I didn't get the chance to watch it like I really wanted to, but it was supposedly a big battle, big fight, and probably 5 stars like always. Them guys, they were the reason why Edge even got back. FTR was the one that helped Edge get back into shape. Not even just that. I know the respect they have for Bret Hart and his style of wrestling. I know they mirror a little bit of what they do, but they mirror a bunch of other stuff as well. FTR has got to be tag team of probably the next few decades, well, the past decades, because from NXT to where they are now, they've never been more better. If not, they've always shown improvement every single year.
Yeah, WWE was a bad trip for them.
WWE is not a tag team company.
Yeah, WWE was a bad trip for them. They really had something with the revival, and they just failed it. Like you said, not a tag team company, and it shows, it rears its ugly head time and time again. FTR is they are special in AEW.
They're special anywhere.
They weren't special in WWE because again they dropped them. They dropped it.
All right, so we are split right now. Strap, who do you got?
I'm going with FTR because, even though FTR has studied all the greats, like literally every single one of the great tag teams of the past, and some people can just emulate a great tag team, but some people can emulate a great tag team and also build up upon that. So in that sense, the Hart Foundation will just be outclassed by a team that has, absorbed their skills and moveset and has made it bigger. So I think FTR would win this one.
All right, and for me, Brett was one of my guys coming up, and I enjoyed everything about his work. But FTR, that's like my tag team now. You know how I feel about them. And just like Strap says, they adapt. They studied Tully and Arn. They studied everybody. These boys are good. They are probably the best tag team around right now. Hell, they might even win this whole tag team madness right here. FTR, all day.
Oof. And what was Bubith pick, baby?
You want to know what Bubby picked?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but let's see what he.
Yeah, I am interested to see who he picked.
He chose FTR.
Okay.
You can't go wrong.
I said you can't go wrong.
No, I was split on that too. I was like, oh man.
Yeah. But this next one, what's the
boy.
LOD region?
What a rush.
The Legion of Doom. It's the Legion of Doom.
Okay, that's the region. Well,
yep.
This might be the most intimidating match in the tournament. We have power, fear, and destruction. Who do you even pick in this fight to win? We have LOD, Road Warrior Hawk, Road Warrior Animal, taking on the Brothers of Destructions, The Undertaker and Kane. BDC, let's hear it. Let's hear it. And I'll tell you who Booby
Man,
picked after the fact if we comes down to a tie.
yeah,
Even if it don't, I want to hear this one.
This one is Restless Nights type of shit right here.
Mhm.
Because it's like, how do you go against the Road Warriors? You get the Brothers of Destruction. Are you fucking kidding me? it's like if there was any team in this entire tournament that I would say, you know what, that would be probably the team that they couldn't just run on. It would be the Brothers of Destruction, and they end up in their in their bracket, in their region. So it's like literally a case of one of these two teams could also go all the way to the end.
Mhm.
That being said, we know what the Road Warriors are. We know what the Brothers of Destruction are, and I have to go with what I know from what I've seen. And from what I've seen the Road Warriors go out there and cause havoc. I've seen the Brothers of Destruction go out there and wreak havoc. And I mean absolutely wreak havoc, cause all sorts of destruction. And not just to the guys in the ring, but anybody around them too. I'm going with Brothers of Destruction. Again, this is another case of no wrong answers, but I'm going with Brothers of Destruction here.
All right. Platinum, who you got?
Oh, man, this is a tough choice, man. You can't go wrong again. Like you said,
Nope.
but I'm going with LOD only because of one character that will split up the Brothers of Destruction, and it's John's favorite character. It's me, Paul Bear. You know I'll get in your ear, Kane. Kane, he's the one that put you under that mask, Kane. Don't trust your brother, Kane. And that's all he
He'd be
needs.
too busy messing with Paul Ellering.
No, Paul Ellering wouldn't even worry about him. He'd be reading a book. Falling asleep.
Reading a book? Damn.
Hey, authors of pain. But no, I gotta go with LOD. I have never really seen a storyline where LOD had the definitive answer why they broke up. I've seen multiple times where Kane and Undertaker have gone together and then broken up, and it's usually Kane going against Undertaker or betraying Undertaker. And Paul Bear is always like the guy that gets in Kane's ear and splits him somehow. So I'm going with LOD just because I
So
don't
he's
feel like they would
dead.
stay tag teams long enough to last in a tournament. Something would get in between them, like always. And I'm a big brother, so I know I fight with my brother.
All right, so we split at the moment. Strap, who you got?
Platino went for an angle that I didn't really consider. That's a very good point to have, Paul Bear be a key figure in this matchup.
Yeah.
And it does pain me to announce my pick of the Brothers of Destruction because I love the LOD. I think they would just run roughshod over everybody, but in the manner I'm thinking of, Kane and Undertaker as, Taker more, of course, but as multiple time world champions and many championships, many singles championships, and they're not a weak combination as a team. And based on that, their strength as two singles guys in this case way outclass the great tag team nature of the LOD. So it's a really tough one, but I'm going with Kane and Undertaker on this one.
Okay.
So was it 2-1 right now? Kane and Undertaker,
2-1.
Brothers of Destruction?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, well, as for me, I'm going with the Legion of Doom. I love Kane and the Undertaker, but those guys are singles guys. Their tag team was short-lived. I literally just looked up to see like their notable matches. Obviously, Austin and Triple H,
Mhm.
DDP and Canyon,
Oh.
The Shield, the Wyatt family, Big Daddy V and Viscera. Like, come on, man. Nah.
Did you say Big Daddy V and...
I mean, Big Daddy V and Mark Henry, excuse me. Yeah. But nah, LOD, man, I feel like they had tougher challengers back in the day, in 80s, 90s, late 90s. And yeah, I just think LOD is probably the greatest tag team of all time, and I think they can handle that the Brothers of Destruction and give them an L.
Plus, I don't think I've ever heard one tag team get a pop like they do. They get a pop like if they're single wrestlers.
Yeah, that Road
It's
Warrior pop.
insane. That's insane.
Yeah,
that
you hear
Road Warrior pop.
It's kind of like when you hear the glass shatter for Stone Cold.
Oh,
You hear what? It's over. It's like you get to that point and they're already losing their shit.
like I've never got the chance to experience the LOD live, but here in Austin, it's deafening. It is I don't care if anyone ever gets a chance where they announce that Austin's going to be in the building, I recommend anybody to go just for that. If you've never experienced that, the chills that you hear from that, or just the crowd noise, make sure you got your earplugs.
Yep.
Right. All right. So back to the phone.
So we have a tie.
Back to the back phone.
Back to the booby phone.
Like I said, it's no right or wrong answers here. This is our opinion.
really
It matters
not.
to us.
Hey,
But
can we get like a booby bat signal?
Well, like Steve Carino?
Like a big B.
Yo.
We could edit that somehow.
we can make something happen. All right.
Booby's
well,
picking. He's like this.
I already know what picture you're talking about. I already got that in my phone already. All right.
Oh, I know which one you're talking.
Well, Booby chose the Brothers of Destruction.
I'm not surprised.
Wow.
Recency bias. It's okay.
You can't go wrong. So we have an upset.
No.
LOD.
We have a major upset.
Producer Booby, I know maybe you don't want to be on camera, but we can still use it for the audio. And I want to hear your explanation, baby.
Fuck them guys.
Yep. They are officially the first team outed from their region.
Wow.
That's
Woo!
tough. That was tough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this next one, we have Swagger versus Charisma. Which era truly moved the business more? We have the New Day, Kofi Kingston, Big E, and Xavier Woods. Whatever combo you want to put in there, taking on the Outsiders of Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. BDC, who do you got?
Man, listen. I don't know. I really don't know. Based on the configuration, it kind of weighs the outcome. If the configuration is any combination that doesn't include Big E, I'm probably going for the Outsiders just for the power aspect of it. You put Big E in with Kofi, I'm looking at the New Day. You put X with Big E, it's going to be much tighter, but I'm probably still going to go with the New Day. So in that aspect, I'm going to look at what they meant to the business. And if I look at what they meant to the business, I have to go with the Outsiders. Outsiders did a lot to change the business, not just tag teams, but across the board back in the 90s. And that was before they even became NWO, which then completely changed the landscape of everything. So as much as the New Day has done, and they're one of the greatest tag teams of all time, obviously, and 2 of the 3 guys are world champions. I think overall business wise, the Outsiders have meant more to the business at a time where there was some real adjustment going on and some real battles being fought. They were at the front of that, making those changes. So I'm going with the Outsiders.
All right, BDC got the Outsiders. Plot to know the Outsiders changed wrestling culture, but the New Day, they were pure entertainment. What's your thoughts? Who you got?
This is tough, man. I'm with the BDC. I get it. The outsiders did change wrestling, especially in the mid '90s for us. We were just kids at that time. We didn't know what was going on, what was real, what was not. I mean, they were part of one of the greatest angles that ever happened. Even though some adults probably seen Hogan coming down the aisle, they're like, "Whoa, he changed. He gonna do that, drop that leg drop, and then call it a day." But man, the influence the New Day has, not just in wrestling, not just in black culture, but also in the gaming industry with Xavier Woods, and especially when he does his stuff on the side with the pregame pre shows, and he's done it with like other stuff as well. It's hard to go against the New Day, and I'm adding everything together with it. My heart's telling me it's the outsiders because just the power alone and the intelligence that these guys have with Hall and Nash, probably from what I've heard, one of the greatest minds of all time. Especially, I love Razor's working man punch. That punch looks so legit. It's crazy.
Not when he's drunk.
But stupid.
Wow.
Oh, but I'm gonna have to go with the New Day on this one. I think the speed alone would probably, I mean, especially with Xbox showing that he can beat Razor, the speed alone would probably figure out a way to get Kevin Nash down. No quad jokes. Just he would probably take the knee down and work the leg. They would work the Bret Hart move where they chop the big man down, and eventually you just have to give up and do something. So I'm gonna go with a New Day on this one.
Strap.
I'm gonna go with the New Day. I think this matchup is almost very similar to the Kane Undertaker and LOD. You have two tremendously strong singles competitors versus a very established tag team. But Scott Hall never a world champion, unfortunately. But
Right.
I think
Should have never happened.
almost the opposite. I don't know. The New Day just as a tag team, they just do it for me. I mean, I was thinking about it as BDC and Platino were going over their picks, but it was a very tough call. But I choose the New Day.
All right, well, it's my turn. Don't let the shirt fool you. I had to do one.
I'm putting New Day down.
I had to do one of the strap facts analogies right here. Give me the Outsiders 96, 97 when Scott Hall is still kind of functioning at the time.
Hey, yo.
And give me Kofi and Big E at their peak. It's tough. It's really tough right here. Unfortunately, I have to go with the Outsiders. They pushed the needle, man. They did it. They were just good. Even before Hogan came in there, they shocked the business. They shocked the system. But
BC had it right. He just put in New Day.
No, I'm going with Outsiders.
I know.
Yeah.
We know where
Oh,
Booby's
you're talking about Booby. Oh.
Yeah, we know where Booby's going.
Oh, my bad.
We have not failed if we hit the lottery with this man.
All right, well, we are split, and Booby picks the New Day.
There you go.
Oh, man. All right.
Well.
Thank you.
Damn. All right. Well, we have one more region left.
Yep.
The Hardy Compound.
The Hardy Compound.
Yes, wonderful.
All right. We have two teams willing to sacrifice everything to get the win. This can steal the entire tournament. Who survives the chaos? We have brothers taking on brothers, not brother. We have the Hardy Boys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, taking on them boys, the Briscoes, Jay and Mark. BDC, who do you got?
So, if there's one team I love more than the Briscoes, it's the Hardys. That's just always been a thing. They are, and this is from back when they were, with Gangrel days but way back, or with P.S. Hayes and back early, not when they was wearing the flower shit, but when they started rocking the jeans, and that from that era on, Hardys have been, one of my favorites. Briscoes, since I first saw them, have been one of my favorites just for being rough and tough. Yeah, I found out that they are from where I'm from later, which only help matters, but these boys can go, and they don't have, well, at least Jay didn't have a filter. This is going to be tough. Because I mean, the Hardy Boys are a legacy tag team. They are a legacy tag team where they're just like, they changed a lot of shit. Ladder matches, hard, what it essentially means to be hardcore in a tag. They've changed all of that. Briscoes did too, but the thing is, you just didn't see it because they weren't on TV. Ring of Honor didn't have that viewership back at the time when the Briscoes was really tearing shit up over in the Ring of Honor. So despite all else, I'm going to go with personal bias and with hometown bias, and I'm going to go with the Briscoes. But Hardy Boys would have easily gotten my pick too. As I said, I'm more or less nitpicking at this point between these two. There's no wrong answer with them.
All right, we got one for the Briscoes. Platino, who do you got?
I'm going to steal a line from you. Don't let this shirt fool you, guys. Don't let this shirt fool you.
Can't even see it.
Okay, good.
It says them boys. It says them boys.
Yeah, when you get into the nitty-gritty with these two guys, two of the best brother combos I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
One of them had both of them had brothers with that world champion in both their companies. Mark and Jay were both Ring of Honor champions.
Yep.
Matt, a heavyweight champion in TNA, and so was Jeff. Jeff, a WWE champion.
Yep.
Multiple tag team titles, multiple title reigns in multiple companies, indies. I mean, the difference was the Hardys had Omega, but man, freaking, I might have to go with the Briscoes just on Jay alone. Jay was a different cat, man. And I love Matt Hardy and his brokenness, but Jay Briscoe with that serious, like, tough attitude, that in-your-face style. Yeah, he joked around, like, he let Mark do his thing and kind of like big brothered him when he had to, but Jay was different, bro. Out of all four of these guys, unfortunately, Jay just didn't have the big TV to show his work. So for me, it's going to be them boys.
We got two for them boys. Strap, who you got?
I'm voting for the Briscoes. I just think they're such a formidable force that the Hardys, they're great as well, but there's just something about the Briscoes that are just too overwhelming for me to choose anyone else. So I'm going with those boys, the Briscoes.
All right, and for me, Plata, when was the first time I seen the Briscoes?
Ring of Honor.
Bowling Point, 2011. Yep. We was there. Strap was in attendance. That was the first time I seen. Yeah, we didn't know Strap at the time. That was the first time I seen them boys, them Briscoes, and I became a fan of the Briscoes right then and there.
Yep.
I bought the DVD, got the DVD. I took a picture with Mark Briscoe. Didn't know which one was which, but I got a picture with Mark Briscoe.
You bought him a beer, and he was like,
I bought him a beer. We had a beer together. We was chopping it up, and he was cheesing with his 4 teeth. And
that should have been how you knew the difference.
Yep.
Yeah, and the Hardys, they are a legacy tag team. I do like the Hardys, but they weren't my favorite out the TLC crew. I'll tell you that. But they have 3 Hall of Famers right there.
It was Edge Christian, because he loved Christian.
Separate Hall of Famers. The tag team, Matt's going to Hall of Fame, Jeff going to Hall of Fame, and yes, they're going to Hall of Fame together. That's going to happen. But I got to go with them boys. Them boys is moving on to the Elite 8. It's unanimous.
Man up. Man up. Man up! Man up! Woo!
And understand it now means that 2 teams have been bumped from their region, and the Hardys were straight swept out.
Delete! Delete!
Do
Delete!
you want to know who Booby picked?
Hardys.
Man up! He took them boys. He took them boys.
Whoa! Whoa! Man up! Man
He
up!
took them boys.
Booby! You son of a... You know what? He gets a... You son of a bitch!
They gotta make the list next year. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
Oh man,
That's
All
my
right.
favorite gimmick I've gotten. So.
Oh, man.
I love that. I love them boys.
Oh, man.
All
I'm
right.
gonna give you that shirt, the Gangsters tomorrow.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Keep
All
seeing it, I'm like, I gotta give it to you.
All right, our final match for the Hardy compound. We have pure destruction, no technical wrestling, no finesse, just violence. This match might not even stay inside the ring. Hell, it might be in the bar. We have the APA, Farouk and Bradshaw, taking on Vader and Bam Bam Bigelow. BDC, who do you got?
Listen. Listen. There is no reasonable, plausible explanation for me giving a pick, so I'm not even going to give one. You just got 4 guys that's going to beat the shit out of each other, and whoever lasts. That's what it's going to be. But at the end of the day, I do think that as much as I love the APA, and as tough as they are, and as rough and tough as they come, you have 2 boys that are bigger than him. You got 2 boys that are stronger than him, and 2 guys that are faster than him, and 2 guys that are just as mean as they are. And I think that will be why I will go with Vader and Bam Bam as much as I definitely, Briscoe's APA for me would be like, ugh. But I have to go with Vader and Bam Bam based on those principles. They're just as mean as they are, just as powerful as they are, but they're also way bigger and way faster.
So you got Vader and Bam Bam.
Yep.
All right. Platino, who you got?
I want to say Vader and Bam Bam as well. Just, I just feel like though Bammer, I feel like he might have been the weaker link out of all 4 of them. Maybe. It's probably John, to be honest, but
We'll talk
it's
about
tough.
Strap.
Not that one.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about JBL, Bradshaw. I mean, we've heard of so many incidents where he's been like a bully backstage, and a couple guys that were younger and smaller than him, and just paintbrushed him, and he just dropped down to the ground. Stories like that, I'm kind of like, you're portraying a tough guy on TV, but yet someone like the Dapper Yapper smacked the shit out of you, and you back down.
What happened?
Yeah, it wasn't him. It was somebody else.
I said Josh
forget.
Roberts kick. What? Slapped him? What?
I know. Steve Blackman knocked him out.
Oh, well, he's legit. He's lethal.
Yeah. He was messing around with somebody backstage. It wasn't my wrestler, but they just finally had enough of JBL, and they just smacked the hell out of him, and he backed down. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Vader and Bammer. On that.
That's why you hung out with Ron Simmons. Damn, you got slapped.
I love Ron too. I don't want to go against Ron, but something about JBL, I just don't like him.
All right. So we got 2 for Vader and Bam Bam.
Yep.
Did we miss something?
All right. So because of course I looked up JBL incidents. So thanks to the kind folks on AI and a whole bunch of Google shit, the Joey Styles incident of 2008.
Joey Styles, yes.
After WWE's annual tribute to the troops that tour in Iraq, JBL was reportedly severely intoxicated and continuously hazing people backstage. Announcer Joey Styles had enough, challenged JBL, and knocked him out with a single punch, leaving JBL with a black eye.
oh my God. Then Ron's looking at him like, damn. You
We
got
ain't getting
nothing
back
to fuck
together.
up.
Ron be like, we ain't getting back
Oh
together
my
after this.
God.
That's when they probably
That
broke
is
up.
Hilarious.
They shut the doors.
Damn, John, you couldn't go through the door? What the hell?
All right, Strap, who you got?
It is interesting that you lump them together as the APA, but it's like you have Ron Simmons there and Vader, their world title feud in WCW. So that's interesting. But I'm choosing Vader and Bam Bam Bigelow. I mean, in certain scenarios, the APA can be seen as the big bully tag team and have the strength and size, but like a bully, when you have them matched up against someone their own size, they don't look as big. And speaking of big, that's Vader and Bam Bam Bigelow, and that's why I choose them to move on.
All right. Well, for me, the APA weren't the best tag team in the Attitude Era. They were pretty entertaining. I did love their gimmick. And I had to look up some of the matches Vader and Bam Bam had, the most notable matches that they had. And then they had a tag team title victory against Hiroshi Hase and Kenji Muda. You already know that's
Ooh.
tough right there.
Muda?
Twice.
Jeez.
They fought the Steiners. They battled Doom.
Oh.
And you know how I feel about my big men. Pause.
Yeah.
It's unanimous. Going with Vader and Bam Bam Bigelow.
And Booby went with APA.
And Booby went with Vader and Bam Bam.
We are. What is going on? Oh yeah, because he's from Jersey.
Asbury Park.
Asbury
Yeah.
Park.
Yeah. Keep forgetting that.
Well, that is it. We have 2 upsets. BDC,
Yes, we do.
tell us the Elite 8, please.
All right. So, representing Dudleyville, we have 1 and 2. We have the Dudley Boys facing off against our Harlem Heat.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see that. Oh, my God. I want to see that.
We never got to see that, did we?
Nah, Stevie didn't jump ship.
Yeah.
Sucker.
Representing the Steiner line, we have the Steiner brothers 1-3 facing FTR. Okay. Representing the Legion of Doom, we have the Brothers of Destruction at 12, which was the biggest upset of the night, facing off against the New Day at 3.
Well,
Oh, my goodness.
I think we kind of know where that is going. And last but not least, representing the Hardy compound, which I mentioned when I made my pick, and it came true. It is the Briscoes at 12, the other big upset, facing off against Vader and Bam Bam at 7.
Woo!
Yeah.
It's getting tough, fellas. It's getting good.
It's getting brick out here, boys.
Oh, boy.
From what you see right now, who you think is going to make it to the finals?
All right, so I'm going to say you're going to have you're probably looking at the Brothers of Destruction on one side. It's either the Brothers of Destruction, I think Briscoes and Vader and Bam Bam definitely are that's a toss. That's a toss up because shit. Dudley Boys and Harlem Heat. I'm thinking it may be Dudley's. They may go through, and that might be a numbers game kind of deal. Steiners and FTR. Oh my God. That's gonna be something. Yeah, that's gonna be something.
I didn't see Brothers Destruction making out this round. I did not see that.
Me neither. Shocking.
Yeah, I did not see that. I thought LOD was going to be in the championship. I honestly thought that.
They probably would have too.
if they didn't run into the Brother of Destruction.
Yeah.
This is gonna get interesting, boys.
Literally any other lineup, anybody else that faced off this week in this 16, they face anybody else in this 16, they're taking it. They're taking it against anybody else who's here.
Wow. Strap, any final thoughts?
It's going to be good.
All right. Well, next week, we're going to bring to you the Elite 8 and the Final 4. We're getting close to the
Yes, sir.
championship. And, you know, when we get to the championship, we're going to stream it on 2K. And we're going to have our first tag team champions. You can follow that on IDM_podcast.
Yep.
It's
Yes,
getting
sir.
good. It's getting good. All right. Well, I'm Notorious. I am Dom. I'm here with Strap. I'm here at Plot. I'm here at BDC. We bring you the Sweet 16, and we will see you guys next week. Boom.